So next you're playing the the late B-flat sonata by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Mozart is notoriously difficult, although seemingly easy. What are the difficulties in playing this piece?
Well, I suppose in keeping with the style, it's all the appoggiaturas and all of that stuff that is so exposed that you just feel that you can't, well, not that you can't, but you don't want to step a foot out of, where what should be.
Yeah.
And I suppose also people are quite critical of Mozart.
Yeah.
So it's a hard thing to play, in competitions. I've always been told, don't play Mozart because it will never go down well because everyone has a different idea of what Mozart should sound like and no one's going to like it. And that's the charm of Mozart, that everybody loves Mozart. It's so universal, but everybody does have a different take on it. So, it does make it quite difficult to play. And I think in that sense, it's a bit stressful to play because you do worry a little bit about, okay, well, you have to make it make sense and you have to, well, in my case, I really feel quite strongly about keeping it not necessarily to historic performance, but, sort of keeping it true to the score and sort of in the sound world that we would consider, or that I would consider Mozart to be in. So I'm trying to be faithful to that. Many of us learned Mozart, I think, as young pianists. And for me, it was quite interesting, sort of the change, actually, that occurred, because I never really was that fond of Mozart. And obviously, maybe it was because it was quite tricky to play, and having a teacher sort of saying, no, you have to do this, you have to do that, don't do that, giving all sorts of instructions. But then now, as an older person, I'm really coming to love that sound world. So it's sort of a love-hate relationship where, you love the product, but it's getting there, and I suppose also getting there in concert, where you sort of feel you want it to be perfect, but it's never going to be perfect. So you sort of have to let go and just kind of enjoy the ride.
Is there also a dichotomy? Because yes, you want it to be perfect and it's very precisely written music, but you also, as a performer, want some sort of sense of freedom of dare we say, interpretation in it as well.
Oh, certainly. And I think really when the magic happens, it's when you do, you can't micromanage that. Otherwise it won't sound natural, it won't sound nice, and it has to sound natural. So that's, I think, when getting to the bottom of it, is that it has to sound so natural. But again, it's like telling someone to relax. Well, it doesn't work. It's getting into the music and allowing yourself to try not to stress about what you're doing and what could happen. So sort of inhabiting the music rather than just following instructions of what to do or not to do.
Yes. So being aware of its boundaries without being too aware of them, as it were.
Yeah.
Yeah.